If you keep running in and out of here, I will confine you to a room until I finish this. Because I know I'm going to get your chewing sounds. Hey, please stop. This is a journey about returning to the outdoors. I wanted to document this journey for several reasons. First and foremost, just because I want to. I have always enjoyed filming and editing, and I just want to get better at those skills. Number two, I think it's important right now to add my voice to a lot of Black and brown people who are around the outdoor space. This is something that is not specific to one group of people. We camp, we hike, we overland, we do all of the naturey, outdoorsy things, and I want to be a part of that. It's something that I grew up doing, and I just want to get back into it. Something that has always annoyed me is how easily we accept that we don't belong in spaces. I also feel like it's weird to tell stolen people that they don't belong on stolen land, but whatever. Anyway, if you're still here after all of that, I'm Zach. The dog you heard making noise is Dax. Let's get into it. Since I was a little kid, I have always had a fascination with nature, whether that was the ocean, forests, mountains, space, deserts. If there was a nature documentary about it or a book on the subject, I've read it / watched it probably multiple times. We didn't have cable, so I was a PBS kid. Nature just is. It doesn't have an agenda. It's not hateful. It's not bigoted. It just exists, and it exists the way it does because it must. And I think that's beautiful. I was fortunate enough to have parents that really encouraged a lot of my interests. And one of the ways that they encouraged my interest in nature was through camping trips. Now, camping is something that all of my family has always enjoyed. Because of the nature of what my parents did for work, we happened to just be in Colorado every 2 years. And so at the end of those work trips, we would just tack on an extra 2 weeks, give or take, for a camping trip. So I spent a lot of my formative years camping in Rocky Mountain National Park. On off years, we would still go camping, but they would usually be at parks closer to home, just short trips instead. Now, we wouldn't just go to the Rocky Mountain National Park. Sometimes we would just go to other places because, we were in the area. So we were at the Grand Canyon one year. We were at Yellowstone another year, the Grand Teton. We went a lot of different places, and probably my favorite trip, the one that I remember most vividly, was when we did about 2 weeks-ish going from the Yosemite National Park to the Redwoods and to the Sequoias. I had never seen, I'd only read about these giant trees and these like sentinels of the forest, and it was just one of the greatest trips that my parents ever took us on. Probably made more amazing by the fact that on one of the mornings where we were breaking down camp to go to another site, a full-grown brown bear just ambled its way through our site. My animal-loving brain could barely process what happened. Barely get it because of the... And when we got older, though, we didn't go camping as much. I did manage to go on short trips with friends here and there. It still wasn't the same. Still was missing just something about those trips just didn't hit the same. When I met my now wife, one of the things that we bonded over was the fact that we both grew up camping. She's originally from New Mexico, and so she grew up camping in the mountains. Am I boring you? This is my story. You're going to come in eventually. Where was I? Wife, mountains, camping. Yes, okay. We bonded over that. And we managed to go a few times, but life got in the way. We weren't able to enjoy it as much as we wanted to. Fast forward to 2021, and my wife and I decided, you know what? We've been living in my hometown and state, so let's go back to your hometown and state. So we packed everything up. We made sure to bring all of the camping gear that we had collected between us over the years and that we had merged together, hit the road back to New Mexico. And we were super excited because 1, we missed mountains. 2, I wanted a dog and we couldn't have one where we were currently living. So it was an awesome opportunity to be like, we can get a dog now, and we are going to be doing all of the things that we want to do. Like, we can go on hikes with the dog, we can go camping. It's going to be great. The move was harder than we thought, more stressful than we were hoping it would be. The world was doing what the world was doing in 2021. Family stuff, finances, just so many things were hitting us all at once. To top that off, the storage shed that we were storing all of our camping gear in our New Mexico apartment was stolen, like systematically over a week. Tents, backpacks, sleeping bags, camp equipment. I mean, like, camping utensils, our stools, our chairs, everything. It was just gone. And while that is frustrating and annoying, it's not the end of the world. But that came at a time when so many other things were happening in our lives. It's like when you're having a really rough day at work and you go into the bathroom to kind of reset, splash some cold water on your face, wash your hands, and you reach for a paper towel and it rips. There were some bright spots, one of which being we got a dog, something that I had been dreaming about since I was a child. And now we're in this really cool environment where she has a lot of room to run around and we can do hikes with her. And it was really great and awesome. She learned a lot in her first 2 years while we were in New Mexico, but I still had this dream, this like childhood dream of like, I want to be able to go camping with my dog. Like I just, something about that just stood out in my head as kind of this, I read a lot of Jack London growing up. So there you go. At a certain point, we decided we didn't want to be in New Mexico anymore, and we decided to travel. My wife is a nurse, so we were travel nursing with the dog. Eventually, we had enough of that too, so we decided we'll just come back to my home state in town. And so now we're here, and we are ready to begin again the process of just accumulating more camping gear. Both of us like lists, her more than me. She likes making it look cool and having all of these different flow charts and stuff. I just put it on an Excel sheet and then be like, here, play with it. So we have a awesome Excel sheet that I'm really excited to look at whenever I open up the document. We're older now. We want to get things that last, and we're willing to invest in good quality gear. But one of the other things that I really appreciate about the outdoor camping community, at least the circle that I'm a part of, is the willingness to just share gear that people aren't using anymore or they're willing to let you test out. That's what I appreciate about it. And this is where my parents come in. When I showed my dad our list and what we wanted to do, he was like, oh, we definitely still have camping things. You should just go down to the basement and see what we got. So I did. Turns out, and this really shouldn't shock me, they have still their 2-burner propane Coleman camp stove. In great condition, just needs a little scrub. And they let us take it. One thing crossed off the list. It seems kind of fitting that the first thing that we get is a stove, because this whole process is about reigniting a spark, rekindling this love and joy and passion of being in nature. It's something that we both bond over and bond through. And we're those types of people that like, we'll go on some hikes. We definitely want to see things, but we really enjoy just being around the campsite. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really excited. So I hope you stick around.